Humans have always feared what they can't explain. A shadow moving when nothing is there. Footsteps behind you when you're alone, or the strange feeling that something is watching from the darkness. For centuries, people have told stories about creatures that exist somewhere between reality and nightmare. Some come from ancient legends, while others come from modern sightings that still remain unexplained. Today, we continue our journey into that terrifying world. This is part 4 of mythical creatures that might exist. And the deeper we go, the darker the stories become. Skinwalker. Imagine walking alone through the desert at night. The wind is silent, the road is empty, then suddenly you hear something behind you. Not footsteps, something stranger. According to the legends of the Navajo people, there are beings that can transform into animals or even humans. They are known as skinwalkers. In Navajo mythology, a skinwalker is believed to be a dark witch who has broken sacred spiritual laws to gain forbidden powers. Their most terrifying ability is shapeshifting. They can transform into wolves, coyotes, deer, or birds, but witnesses often say something always looks wrong. Maybe the eyes appear too human. Maybe the animal moves in strange, unnatural ways. Sometimes the creature even stands on 2 legs. Descriptions often mention thin figures with pale skin and disturbing movements that don't seem natural. Wendigo. Some monsters are not born from magic. They are born from desperation, hunger, and the darkest parts of human nature. One of the most terrifying legends in North America is the Wendigo. According to stories from Algonquian tribes, the Wendigo is created when a human commits the ultimate taboo, cannibalism. During brutal winters, when food disappeared and survival seemed impossible, some people were said to cross that forbidden line. And according to legend, the moment they did, they transformed. The Wendigo is often described as extremely tall, sometimes over 12 feet, with gray skin stretched tightly across its bones. Its body appears skeletal, as if it is permanently starving. Long claws extend from its fingers, and its mouth hangs open as if it is always searching for more food. Many modern depictions show the Wendigo with a deer skull and antlers, making the creature even more terrifying. But the most disturbing part of the legend is how it hunts. The Wendigo stalks its victims slowly, isolating them and filling their minds with fear. Only when the victim is completely broken does it attack. Hippogriff. Not all mythical creatures are monsters. Some are powerful, majestic, and magical. One of the most unusual creatures in mythology is the hippogriff. Imagine a creature with the front half of a giant eagle, sharp beak, powerful wings and razor talons, and the back half of a strong horse. The hippogriff first appeared in a 16th century poem called Orlando Furioso. According to the story, it was born from an impossible union between a griffin and a mare. Because griffins traditionally hated horses, the idea of them creating offspring was considered impossible. That's why the hippogriff became a symbol of something magical, something that should never exist. In the stories, hippogriffs are noble creatures that demand respect. Legend says that before approaching one, you must bow. If the creature bows back, you have earned its trust. If not, it's best to stay away. The creature later became famous again through Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, where audiences met the majestic Buckbeak. The boogeyman. Not every monster needs claws or glowing eyes to scare you. Sometimes fear hides in the dark corners of your own room. Almost everyone remembers lying in bed at night, staring into the darkness and feeling like something might be watching. For centuries, parents have warned children about a mysterious figure known as the boogeyman. But the strange thing is that the boogeyman has no single appearance. In some stories, he is a tall shadow with long arms and no face. In others, he hides inside closets, attics, or under beds. Versions of this legend exist all over the world. In Spain, he is called El Coco, while in Germany, children fear Der Schwarzmann. These stories were often used to scare children into behaving. But the real reason the legend survives is simple. Everyone at some point has been afraid of the dark. Agapogo. Now let's move from dark bedrooms to dark water. Deep in the mountains of Canada lies a large lake called Lake Okanagan. According to local legends, something enormous lives beneath its surface. Locals call it Agapogo. Witnesses describe a long serpent-like creature moving through the water like a giant snake. Some reports claim the creature could reach lengths of 40 to 50 feet. The legend began centuries ago with the Sioux people, who believed a powerful spirit lived in the lake. The first modern sighting was reported in 1926, and since then, dozens of people have claimed to see something large moving beneath the water. Scientists say most sightings are likely floating logs or unusual wave patterns. But the mystery continues. Siren Head. Some monsters come from ancient myths. Others come from the internet. One of the strangest modern urban legends is Siren Head. Imagine a creature over 30 feet tall, with a thin skeletal body that looks like a dead tree. Instead of a head, it has two large sirens. From those speakers come disturbing sounds, emergency alarms, radio static, or distorted voices. Sometimes, even the voice of someone you know. Ninjan. Our final creature may be the strangest of them all, because it comes from one of the most mysterious places on Earth, the frozen waters around Antarctica. In the early 2000s, strange stories began appearing on Japanese internet forums. Sailors claimed they had seen enormous white creatures moving beneath the ice. They called it the Ninjan, which simply means human in Japanese. But the creature is anything but human. Witnesses describe a massive white body up to 90 feet long, shaped like a giant humanoid figure drifting through the dark ocean. Long arms, smooth pale skin, almost no facial features. No eyes, no mouth. Just a blank white shape moving silently beneath the water. There has never been clear proof that the Ninjan exists. But the oceans around Antarctica remain some of the least explored places on Earth, which leaves one unsettling possibility. Something could still be down there, and we simply haven't found it yet. For thousands of years, humans have created stories about creatures hiding in forests, deserts, oceans, and shadows. Most are probably myths, stories born from fear and imagination. But sometimes legends survive for centuries. Sightings continue, questions remain unanswered. Which makes you wonder, what if some of these creatures were never meant to be discovered? And what if somewhere out there, something is still watching,